All right. Okay. So this is Chelmsford. Chelmsford. This is um, southwest of Lowell, Massachusetts, and they've got some facilities out here. Looks like a football field, track, like some stadium seating, and a playground, and they got the skate park over here. So as far as skill space is concerned, um, so this is more of a. This isn't really a. Um, this isn't a playground. This is like an exercise station. I don't know if we've like really seen one of these like in one of the videos, like in the like while like an actual expensive time. You know what we did? It was in I think Vernon Hills. We didn't really look at it too much, but there might have been. Sometimes they're in the background and stuff. The idea here is this Project Fit America, and it's this actually says getting kids fit since 1990, and these are the things that they're looking for. Um, yeah, so if that's the case in this situation, I would say maybe then don't use that, or like like treat it as a playground. If they're designating this as a kids uh, exercise station kind of thing, then probably not. I thought usually those are for adults, um, so or like for anyone. They just have them in parks and stuff. So if whenever you come across something like a playground, um, or something like that that says that this is for kids, oh, here we go. Here's some rules for this general area. There it says this play perfect. This play area is designed for children 5 to 12. Do not use equipment when it is wet or when the ground is frozen. All right. So yeah, that gives you the information right there. Maybe that's what the skate park will say. I don't know. Oh, this is a 50-year-old majestic Siberian elm tree. Wow. We were just talking about trees in one of the recent videos. How amazing trees are. Without trees, where would we be? Okay, looks like they have some field hockey. They got a basketball court. I wasn't expecting these basketball nets to be right here in the parking lot, but there they are. They look like they've been, they're from quite a few years ago, actually. Um, and this is the sort of track and field walking area. Got that basketball net. There's field hockey. It's like two field hockey rinks. Chelmsford, Massachusetts is not too far from Lowell, and Massachusetts in general is sort of near New Jersey, right? East Coast and stuff. And that's where, Clerks was filmed in New Jersey, and they had the field hockey on the top of their convenience store. That's how convenient it is. All right, here's our. We've got. I thought it was the rules and regulations, but it's a mosquito and tick-borne illness prevention. Interesting. Yes, we need to do more about that. that is an issue since we're out and about in the in doing skill. All right, this is kind of difficult to read, actually. It says, "Welcome to Welcome to Chelmsford Skate Park. Protect." Oh boy, is this? It is hard to read. Protective gear. Protective gear is strongly recommended. Know your ability and skate at your own risk. The board of Chelmsford assumes no liability. Rules. This park is open from dawn to dusk, but closed during I think it says school hours. School hours. Yeah, this is a school over here. That's what that is. So it's closed during school hours. The park is closed when it is snowing, icy, or wet. Children must be supervised at all times. No alcohol, drugs, or tobacco. Glass bottles, motorized vehicles, makeshift equipment, or pets. None of those. No vandalism, graffiti, or tagging will not be tolerated. Be respectful of the park property and other users. For emergency 911 and Chelmsford Skate Park, 2 Old Westford Road, Chelmsford, Massachusetts 01826. Okay. As for skill space. Setting up, in this berm out here. This actually right here. This is, for small, I would call this like small space. 2 people passing clubs, and actually looking around the corner. I mean, you could do some balls out here, passing balls easily. Some kendama. I'm thinking. And this is, I don't know what I think of this. I really don't know. I mean, you don't want to get your equipment, outside of the fences and everything, or over that way. It's interesting that they have these kind of advertisements. I guess that makes sense. We don't see that too often. It makes budget signs. It doesn't, we haven't seen that before. Like sponsorships. It's like a sponsor almost or something. Yeah, I mean, this is like maybe the ground is kind of like it's like dirt and moss and a little bit of grasses and stuff. So, it sounds like if you drop stuff, it might get dusty. So that's a detractor. But kind of strange space. If you're doing something that can either be easily washed or like doesn't drop too often, that might be a way to do it. Of course, I'm wondering about this area in here. Basically talks about so there's no public access during school hours, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's how they're like kind of managing the situation of having like a public park that's also like on school grounds. I mean, that's what you got here. So, taking all of that into effect, it's interesting. So you don't want to be here, like you're not allowed to be here during school hours, and I mean, let's just look down here, and then we'll look at the park. I think that this may be something, except I think a lot of the grasses around here are like a similar situation on the other side, although it gets thicker in certain spots. But I was looking at this. They've got this sort of mini plaza over here, which, this kind of like separates it out. I don't know. I was thinking that this might be better than it is. Is it pickleball? Like this is just kind of small. Like this is not that good. Plus it's pretty dusty and everything. This is actually a tennis court that has pickleball in it. So there's two pickleball courts. That's the yellow lines. But you need the net. I'm pretty sure you need the pickleball net. So, do what you can. Here's a better view of the field hockey. You got two. I'm assuming they're the same, like basically the same dimensions and everything. So that's neat. And then you don't have to play on top of your convenience store that you work at.